Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. You can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Now, let's start. Codex Alimentarius, which was in news recently, is associated with which field? So it is related to food standards, and the consultations for these food standards are organized by WHO and FAO. Recently it was in news because the 5th session of Codex Committee on Spices and Culinary Herbs was organized virtually. So few important points. It is organized by FAO in association with WHO. FAO is Food and Agriculture Organization. It is an organization of United Nations. Headquarters is in Rome in Italy. The Director General of FAO is Q Dongyu, and it was established in 1945. Now in our country, for food safety and standards, we have FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, and it is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. WHO is World Health Organization. Next question is, which country has been validated by WHO for having eliminated trachoma? So recently, Gambia eliminated trachoma as a public health problem. And with this now, Gambia became the second country in the African region of WHO to eliminate this disease. Which was the first country? Côte d'Ivoire was the first country in the WHO African region to achieve this milestone. Now first thing first, this trachoma is a eye disease, and it is caused by a bacteria. So it is a bacterial disease which impact eyes. Now coming back to the geographical location of Gambia. So this is Gambia. This continent is Africa. This is Atlantic Ocean. This is South America. This is Pacific Ocean. And this is Indian Ocean. This is our country. Now answer in comment box, what is the name of this particular country? So as you can see closer, this is Gambia. It is a West African country. This is Côte d'Ivoire. This was the first country in the WHO African region to eliminate trachoma. Recently, Egypt was also in news because of Suez Canal. This is Mediterranean Sea, and here it is going to be Strait of Gibraltar, which connect the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. Now, WHO was also in news because WHO is celebrating World Immunization Week, and this is to be celebrated from 24th of April to 30th of April. And the theme is Vaccines Bring Us Closer. Next question is, KRI Nanggala 402 is a submarine of which country? So it is a submarine of Indonesia. So recently the submarine was in news because it lost, and in a response to that, Indian Navy also launched a rescue operation. However, as per latest media reports, the news is that this submarine got sank. So it is a bad news. So it is a sad news. This submarine sank with 53 crew members. This was confirmed by Indonesian Navy. Next question is, Net Zero Banking Alliance is convened by which organization? So this is related to UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Programme. Various countries, to be specific, various banks from different countries formed this Net Zero Banking Alliance, and this NZBA, that is Net Zero Banking Alliance, joined GFA and Z. What is GFA and Z? It is Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero. Now please note that this time COP26, that is Conference of Parties number 26, is going to be in Glasgow. This is in UK. COP25 held in Spain under the presidency of Chile government. UK was also in news because of D10 grouping. D10 is a group of 10 democracies which was proposed by UK. UK was also in news as it decided to join CPTPP. Next question is, India launched a climate and clean energy agenda 2030 partnership with which country? So this country is USA. Recently, during a virtual summit, US President Joe Biden and Indian Prime Minister Mr. Modi announced that India and USA are going to launch Agenda 2030 for partnership on climate related issues and for partnership on clean energy related issues. USA was also in news as it decided to join Paris Climate Agreement. It was also in news as it decided to join WHO, that is World Health Organization. Next question is, who has been selected as the external auditor to the organization for the prohibition of chemical weapons. So our current CAG is Comptroller and Auditor General. So current CAG, Mr. G.C. Murmu, has been selected as the external auditor of OPCW, that is Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. His tenure is going to be for 3 years. What is the objective of OPCW? Objective is to prohibit chemical weapons, and it is an intergovernmental organization and the implementing authority for Chemical Weapon Convention. The headquarters of OPCW is in The Hague in Netherlands. Now, CAG stands for Comptroller and Auditor General. It is a constitutional authority as per the provisions of Article 148. Present CAG is Mr. G.C. Murmu. Apart from being selected as the external auditor of OPCW, recently he was reappointed as the chairman of panel of external auditors of United Nations for the year 2021. Present Secretary General of United Nations is Antonio Guterres. He is a diplomat from Portugal. Capital of Portugal is Lisbon. Answer in comment box whether Portugal share its border boundary with Mediterranean Sea or not. Next question is, the Indian government is set to provide free food grains to the poor under which scheme? So food stands for Ann. So this is the keyword. So under the provisions of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana, the government is going to provide free food grains to the poor in the month of May and June in the context of this COVID lockdown. So additional food grains will be provided to the poor. Now this food is going to be additional than the provisions of NFSA. What is NFSA? It is National Food Security Act. So this act was enacted in 2013. As per this act, food grains are provided. Now, additional free of cost food grains will be distributed to the NFSA beneficiaries under this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana, and this is to be done for the months of May and June. Name of scheme is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. So, as per the scheme, 5 kg per person per month is to be provided to nearly 80 crore beneficiaries, and this will be provided free of cost. We are covering details of scheme because sometimes in exam they may ask you the factual questions. Now one more thing is that this NFSA is popularly known as Right to Food Act, and for this additional allocation under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana, the full expenditure of rupee 26,000 crores will be paid by central government or government of India. Next question is, when was the 2021 International Girls in ICT Day was observed by ITU? So it was observed on 22nd of April and it was celebrated by ITU. What is ITU? It is International Telecommunication Union, and usually the 4th Thursday of April is celebrated as International Girls in ICT Day. This time it was on 22nd of April. Now why it is significant? Because this year the 10th anniversary of this day was celebrated and the theme was Connected Girls Creating Brighter Futures. ITU is International Telecommunication Union. It is a specialized organization of United Nations. The headquarters is in Geneva and it is one of the oldest organizations. It was established in 1865 and the parent organization of ITU is United Nations Economic and Social Council. Recently this United Nations Economic and Social Council was in news as India has been elected as a member to 3 bodies of this United Nations Economic and Social Council. Answer in comment box what is the name of these 3 organizations. Next question is, Japan is set to hold its first joint military drill or military exercise with which 2 countries against China's aggression. So Japan is going to hold its first joint military exercise with USA and France, and this will be organized to counter China's aggression. So Japan was also in news because of Tokyo Olympic Games. Japan was also in news because of 2+2 level dialogue. So with 3 countries, India have 2+2 level dialogue. One is Japan, one is USA, and third is Australia. These 4 countries, that is India, Japan, USA, and Australia, are the members of Quad. Quad is Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. It is also known as Asian NATO. What is NATO? It is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Answer in comment box where is the headquarters of NATO. Recently, Australia was also in news because of Victoria State. So recently, Australian government or federal government of Australia cancelled the agreement of Victoria with China in the context of BRI. What is BRI? It is Belt and Road Initiative. Apart from that, Japan was also in news because of Yasukuni Shrine. So it is a shrine located in the capital of Japan, that is in Tokyo. And this was in news as it commemorates those who died in the service of Japan during Second World War. Recently, it was in controversy because of the visit of Prime Minister of Japan. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news events. So first is Zhurong. So China's first Mars rover. It is the name of Mars rover by China. And this rover is on Tianwen-1 mission. Tianwen-1 mission is China's mission for Mars. Hope probe is UAE's mission for Mars. UAE is United Arab Emirates. Next is Virafin. So recently DCGI, that is Drug Controller General of India, gave a restricted emergency use approval to Virafin. Virafin is by Zydus Cadila. So this Virafin has been approved for treating the patients who are showing moderate COVID-19 symptoms. And for the development of this Virafin, Zydus Cadila has been supported by DBT. What is DBT? It is Department of Biotechnology, and BIRAC. What is BIRAC? It is Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. So this BIRAC is under Department of Biotechnology. Department of Biotechnology is under Ministry of Science and Technology. Zydus Cadila is a pharmaceutical company, and the headquarters of this company is in Ahmedabad, and Ahmedabad is in Gujarat. Recently, Gujarat was in news as it renamed dragon fruit. So the new name of this fruit is Kamalam. Next news is related to INC, that is Indian National Congress. So recently, the Congress party decided to launch its own digital media platform. It is named as INC TV, and it started functioning from the National Panchayati Raj Day. This National Panchayati Raj Day was celebrated on 24th of April because the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act became effective, or it came into force on 24th of April. Now answer in comment box who was the Prime Minister of India when this 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act was enacted. Last is storage of payment system data. So RBI issues directions or regulations for the storage of payment system data. Now in this context there is a term data localization. What does this mean? It means the data of that particular country is to be stored within that country. Suppose our data, that means if the data of users of India is stored within India, that means it is stored in the servers in India, then it is data localization. So RBI issue directives to make sure that all the payment system providers store their data of payment systems in India only. Recently, RBI imposed restrictions on certain entities because of the violation of data localization norms. So two entities were in news because of this restriction. One is American Express and second is Diners Club. So RBI has imposed restrictions on these two entities, adding new customers to the card network from 1st of May. Why it was done? Because they did not follow the RBI directive on storage of payment system data. The key goal of this directive is to make sure that the data of users of India is stored in the servers in India itself. So these were the most important news events. Now please note that the test is provided in a separate video. So please attempt the test to understand your level of preparation. Second thing is that please wear mask. See, no government, be it A party, B party or C party, can put mask on your face. You will have to do it, and you will have to do it seriously. Then only we can tackle this situation. So please be a responsible citizen and please spread awareness about it. You people are going to be officers. So it is your responsibility to make people aware about it. Thank you, and that's all for the day.